very long because we're live now.
Really? It doesn't show it.
It's not showing it. Of course it didn't.
Okay.
It never does. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, my name
I
is
figured I'd start with excitement considering where we're going with this
Okay,
topic.
well, it's still exciting. It's exciting, kind of.
Anyhow, welcome to Denim and Pearls.
My name is Dr. Michelle Moras.
And I'm Brian Swanson.
We are Denim and Pearls. We're business casual.
With pearls of wisdom.
From the porch. He flipped it on me.
I did. It did. And it worked out just fine and dandy. So, anyway, this is a very serious topic today.
No, it's not.
It's not?
I don't think it is.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay, well, then guide us away.
No, you go.
Don't forget to like and share, by the way. Like, share, follow, all those other social media type words that we need to use sometimes.
Always have to use it.
Oh, always should use. Anyhow, our topic today, the logical song.
The logical song.
So we're going way back in time. We're going back to 1979.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Supertramp.
When I was young, I thought that life was so magical.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
A miracle.
I think I did that backwards, but whatever.
I don't remember all the. There's too many alls in there. And we read up on the song, which is interesting because he actually used a dictionary to make the song.
There's so many able songs. There were so many ables in words in that song.
They all ended in AL.
Yeah, responsible, practical, dependable, intellectual, cynical. Everything
Criminal.
was an And I wanted to talk about it. Yes, it was my fault because
there's nobody to blame here.
Yeah, it was my fault. Well, because it's a logical song. We all grow up seeing life as wonderful and magical and looking at birds and playing in parks and playing in water sprinklers. And then they put us in school and we're told, do this, do that, do this, be good, be that.
Well, before you move on with that, you talk about it any other time when you say the thing about a kid wanting a cookie.
Yes.
And how demanding they are at that age. And that they're going to, no matter what they're going to do, they're going to get that cookie.
Like your puppy.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah. When you're a child, you don't give up on your dreams. You see the world as a magical place, a place that you can do anything. Ask any 6-year-old what they want to be when they grow up, and they say, "I'm going to be an astronaut, ballerina, fireman, rock star." You know, you're like, okay. But the thing is,
you can be anything you want.
Literally nowadays, anything you want. But the thing is when you're a child, you see the possibilities in the unknown. And then we're taught how the world works and how we're supposed to be. And as the song says, then they sent me away to teach me how to be sensible, logical, responsible, practical. And they showed me a world where I could be so dependable, clinical, intellectual, cynical. It's very deep.
It is a very deep song. But think about it. We get sent off to high school, of course, and we got to graduate.
Elementary school, the whole school system.
Right, the whole school system. And then we go out into the real world, and nowadays they call it adulting. I mean, if we could all turn off adulting, it would be awesome. But they teach us how to be respectable to the people around us.
How we don't offend anyone around us. That's really what they're teaching us, to conform.
It is conformity. And it really is. Red pill, blue pill.
Yeah, and then we grow up and we're in this adult world doing, I'm not happy anymore. What happened to that kid that was so happy? It's because we got shoved into a box we weren't ready to be in the box for. And what we are talking about, and what I always talk about with my speaking, is you need to find that childlike innocence in you and see the good in the world when it's chaotic. Because I honestly know. Yes, I believe it. It is chaotic right now.
Well, I think it's a mindset, but there's also the challenge that I see with it is you have those feelings when you're a kid about the excitement and stuff like that. I mean,
when I grow up.
Well, when I grow up, I'm not only thinking that, but I'm thinking at the moment, at that moment in time, it's like totally awesome to take a BMX bike and jump on a dirt ramp or a plywood ramp, and you just think you've got the world by the tail, and it's so exciting
because kids
now go out and jump a ramp at this age.
Kids live in the moment. They live in the moment. They're not really, they think the future is really going to be cool, but man, that 60-year-old is really old. I don't know what I'm going to be when I'm 16. That's so old.
So is it possible to get those feelings of
Yes.
enthusiasm and
Yes.
excitement back?
Yes. Why do you think many of us go on stages? We like that excitement. That's what we do. It's our daring. There are people who paraglide and hang glide and ride.
Those are daredevils.
Do what is that? Water skis. And we as adults find different ways to be amused and find that excitement and that joy in life. And what many of us have done in order to find it is we get really quiet. That's why meditation has gotten so big. You get quiet so you can find the beauty in the little things again.
I'm just thinking about Michael and his puzzles.
He loves them.
To me,
My husband loves
that doesn't say enjoyment to me.
But for him, he's an incredibly high intellect.
Right. Well, it says meditation to me.
It's his but it is his meditation because his mind is working so fast. My husband's very, very bright. His mind is working so fast. In order to calm it, he has to put little pieces into a bigger picture to make a bigger picture. So his mind is working at a high level rate to calm it down.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a room full of Legos.
He does.
Like all of the Death Star and all those other things that
kind of does.
Because with the 3D thing, I would think that he would get more into the 3D.
He does. He has them.
Yeah.
But he trades them with people. So they will build, let's say, a car. And actually, we have a friend named Marcus who gets the Lego cars. My sister does the Lego everything Star Wars. And then there's someone else who does like trains or something. But they build them, take pictures that they built them, then dismantle them and pass it to someone else. Yeah, it's our little circle of trading Lego things. Because Legos take over the entire house if you let them. And that was the agreement was you build them, you pack them back up, and you send them away to someone else.
I don't have the patience. I can do it for so long, but then
But you don't have that kind of brain.
No, that's true.
My husband's brain needs meticulousness.
Meticulous stimuli.
Yeah, he's always like putting things together. He's always building things out of chaos. It's what he does.
Well,
like me, he's always building things in my life, my business out of chaos. But no, that's the thing is what brings you joy? What brings, like you brought up that analogy of, I say, a child with a cookie. You leave a 3-year-old in a room and say, don't take, this cookie's not for you. And you put it on a high shelf, a kid will find a way to that cookie. An adult does, okay, that cookie's not for me. And they walk away. You need to get that spice in your life. You know what? How do
we also get taught at that moment too that we get in trouble.
And then you have to decide, is it worth getting in trouble?
Is the risk versus reward?
Yeah. My mother can probably attest to it. My brothers and sisters I know can attest to it. I was the one who would make a bench and a step. And I would be on the top of some shelf, like hanging on top of some shelf.
On the refrigerator.
Yeah. And to me, it was worth getting in trouble to get what I wanted. And I'm still that same way.
Yeah. Well, I think some of the things that we could go into the new generation and all this kind of stuff with this, but I won't go too far. That's some of the things that the kids today have not learned, or the younger generation has not learned.
That's because we said, don't go up on that thing. That's going to hurt you. Oh my goodness. Time out. We didn't have time out when we were growing up.
No, you get your butt beat.
You get spanked and then sent
stuck
away.
in a corner with a dunce cap, or whatever. Yeah. Sent to your room without television because there were no such thing as cell phones.
Yeah, my punishment was they took my flashlight so I couldn't read at night.
Oh,
it was like,
that's rough.
Flashlight. Oh, I remember hating that because I would open the blinds to try to get like the street light so I could read my book. It was horrible.
Okay. So within our subject matter, I put in the 3 questions that we had that brought us to the logical song.
So what makes you cry? What makes you sad?
What? So it's a perfectly good thing. Answer it up in the comments over there.
In the chat.
What makes you cry? Is it somebody? Is it something? Is the lack of something?
Well, think about when you were a child and you would walk down the street and you would see, let's say, a bunny that got hit by a car. You would lose it. You would lose it, right? Or at least I.
It's a little tragic, don't you think?
I know, but then there were other things like, let's say, I remember playing with little boys when I was a little kid, and they would take bugs and they would like squish the bug, and I would cry for the bug. So I cried for humanity. What I mean, I'm talking really crazy things right now, but what makes you cry? It could be as simple as stepping on a bug to big things in the
Step on a
world.
crack, break your mama's back.
I mean, as an adult, I know like now I cry when I see people who have great potential and they don't believe it and they won't move. That makes me incredibly sad.
Well, being sad and crying are two different things.
I cry when I'm sad.
Because I'm a man, I don't cry.
Pop! But that's the whole thing. What and the reason I wanted to ask those three questions, and the first one is what makes you cry? What makes you heart wrenched? It's to get to why and how you can get back to your youthful self, that childlike innocence. Be an adult, but still look at the world with that childlike innocence.
With childlike innocence, though, we cried because we didn't get something.
Not necessarily.
I mean, we either hurt ourselves or we didn't get what we wanted. Those are the two major reasons that I can think of that you would cry as a child.
As a child, I used to cry when I saw other things hurt.
You're just weird.
If I saw someone hurting, I would cry, or I'd get really, really angry and I'd intervene.
I did that in my adulthood, breaking up fights in the bar.
Yeah, I did it as a child. And as an adult, I don't. I step away.
Okay.
We've
If you
reversed.
insist.
Yeah. Well, the only time I've ever attacked one person was because he was hurting other people and I attacked.
I had a girlfriend that used to beat up on guys.
I'm talking about when we met Dakota. There was only one person in my adulthood that I attacked someone.
Oh, not with
Dakota, but
the
Dakota
other
was there.
one.
There was someone else. Because he brings up, Dakota has brought up, he goes, oh, I wouldn't want to get Michelle angry. I've seen her angry. Yeah, I'm the nicest person in the world.
And
but you
speak of the devil,
oh,
I cry when others are in pain.
see,
By Dakota.
Dakota and I are the same. When someone else hurts, I hurt. If I see pain inflicted on someone else, I hurt. So like right now, I'm having a great difficult time because I know a lot of people in the world right now are hurting, and it really messes with me.
I'm more for this.
What?
Dakota, I cry when I realize I'm mortal.
Dag nabbit. We're not going to stay young forever and live forever and ever. No, but immortal souls. Work on the soul part. But no, that was one question. What makes you cry? And then the second question is, what makes you sing? What brings you joy?
Almost everything.
Elaborate.
Well, almost everything. I even when like today I was working and I was moving stuff from the garage to our new storage shed. I may just strike up a tune because I just feel the need. Whether it may not be a logical choice, but it may be one of those things that something triggers a hey ho, off to work I go.
You see what that is? Do you see what that is?
Well, now she's going to turn it serious on me.
It is. It's the childlike innocence to find the tiny things in your world that should not be, as an adult, fun, but create the fun around it. He started singing hi ho as he's like hugging, lugging things to another place. I mean, he was moving a lot of stuff. When I got here, he was all sweaty and mangly looking. So I know he was working hard, but he had a smile on his face. Why? Because that childlike in you finds a song.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Maybe that's
you
why
say it is. I'll take your word for it.
Maybe that's why we're friends.
Because you're always right. Because you're a woman.
That's why we're friends. Damn Skippy. And then the third question. So, what makes you cry? What makes you sing with joy? The third one is, what do you dream about?
I don't know if I can air that in public.
What do you dream about for the future?
I don't know.
Well, I can't see anything Dakota's writing because your chair's in the way.
He says being goofy and unique is the reason I sing.
Oh, good. But see, that's the thing.
Which is kind of where I was at. And I wouldn't think of trying to find my childhood nature. I would think about it like Dakota says, just being goofy and unique.
And goofy and unique is childlike. When
Oh.
you're a child, when you're young, when you have no worries about what other people are truly thinking about you, you don't give a crap. That's the childlike innocence in you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was singing by myself. It wasn't like I was
Doesn't matter.
in public.
Someone else could see you. Someone could have saw you, could have heard you. I mean, there's cameras all over the place.
But the other side of it is, would I care?
You wouldn't. And see, that's the childlike innocence. So many people, especially if you watch social media, especially on Instagram, worry about what other people are thinking about them and how they view them. You see? You don't care. Dakota doesn't care. I don't care.
So today's show is I don't care.
I don't care. Oh, there was a song like that.
There is a song about that.
There is. You are like the coughing.
I have got a coughing thing going on. I thought it was gone.
I think I need to sage his room again.
I don't think so. Because you notice our cameras are not all kind of wonky today.
No, because we saged it.
Mm-hmm. And I found the right setting.
So what do you do? What do you cry about? What do you sing with joy about, or just joyful about? And what do you dream about? And when I say dream, I'm not talking about when I wish upon a star. What do you dream? What do you see in your future? And that's what do you dream about? What do you see as the perfect utopia of your life? And then immediately, how does it make you feel? And if you can get to that point and know how it makes you feel, just live in that feel state. You don't need to see all the details of what you see in the future. You just need to feel the joy.
All I'm thinking at this moment is musicals. My life is a musical.
Good.
I'm waiting for people to start dancing around me.
My life is a musical. I told you that story growing up. We came to the States for the first time, and I came off got off the plane, got out in the train in Louisiana, and we came out into the station in New Orleans, and I said, "Who will buy this wonderful morning?" And no one sang.
That's because nobody knows the song.
And I was disappointed.
Okay, so let's ask that question since we're asking questions of people today.
Yeah.
What musical would your life be?
Michael, I know you're watching. It would be The Sound of Music.
I knew you were going to say. Why did I know you were going to say that?
I relate so much to The Sound of Music.
I got to move this because I think Dakota just brought up the 525,600 minutes. I thought that's what I was going to see.
525,600 minutes. Yeah. No, mine is definitely The Sound of Music.
I would say The Music Man. You know why?
Why?
Do you want to know the reason why?
Yeah.
Because the Music Man comes into town, and when he comes into town, he wants to bring music to the town. But yet there's songs in there about the good things, and there's songs in there about the bad things. There's songs in there about what was it? Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little.
Pick, talk a little.
Yeah, there's that. And then there's the one about the pool hall. Mm-hmm. P is for pool. You know, I just think it's a whole life story right there within that little musical.
It is.
And then my favorite one is actually Harvey, but that's beside the point. My favorite play is Harvey.
I was about to say Harvey wasn't a musical.
It was a play.
Yeah. And The Sound of Music for me is I looked at the world as this innocent person running around in my own little world, my own little musical world, and then realized that it was a harsh world and that I had to find the music in that harsh world. If you watch Sound of Music, that's what happens. It's it's kind of scary.
I've seen it.
Yeah. And so
years ago, but I've seen it.
But that's how I relate to it, because you had to bring your own music into your whatever chaotic world it is. And if you watch it, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
He says, how do you measure a life? Measure in love.
Measure in love. How much love have you given and gotten back? And it doesn't have to be physical love. It's just an energy. It's just how many people have you smiled at? Did you pass that love to?
But I also make the argument it's not equal.
Doesn't have to
What
be.
you show isn't always what you receive.
And it doesn't have to be. You shouldn't have to give love on the
Precursor.
the precursor of getting it back. That's the thing. You give love freely, and if you don't get it back, oh, that's okay. You still gave it, and therefore you love yourself.
Dakota says he hasn't watched enough musicals.
Work on that.
Well, if you go back to, it was really kind of interesting because the other Tuesday night we did the songs from the 30s to the 60s
Where?
at Music Bingo
Thank you.
at the Brass Tap.
Okay.
But we did all those old songs, and some of them you look at those old songs and you go that influenced some of the music we have today.
Mhm.
Okay. So our artists have pulled from those, but I look back at some of those songs and the innocence within those songs that were big hits back in the 50s and the 40s. It was innocence.
Mhm.
It was about love. It was about friendship. It was about everything except for the stuff that we talk about today. I mean, in my eyes, it was completely opposite of what we see today. I mean, it's almost like going back into the 1960s and watching Leave It to Beaver or My Three Dads or something like that. So I also think the reason why I bring this up,
My Three Sons.
My Three Sons, not My Three Dads. That would be a show for today. My Three Sons. But any of those ones, and Leave It to Beaver is probably the biggest one because of that purity and that wholesomeness in the family and that kind of stuff. We've lost a lot of that today. Not all of it, but we have lost a lot of it.
Yeah, and if you listen to all the music back then, the only song I remember that was kind of scary was Mac the Knife. All the other ones was Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa.
Oh, yeah.
It was so lovely, and even they were always about what you said, love, happy, friendship, and then Mac the Knife was.
Yeah, there were the exceptions, but they weren't always necessarily the mainstream. So I bring that up because Dakota said something about the musicals. Even the musicals from that time frame, and compared to today's musicals like Hamilton to me is a very political.
It is a political movie
show musical, whatever. Yeah. But we back up and we get into The Sound of Music, The Music Man. Was Carnival was one of, I think it was another one. All of those old musical. Mary Poppins was a musical. I mean, you go back in those days and you're going to get more purity and innocence. And
even in Porgy and Bess, yeah.
Porgy and Bess, yes. I mean, it was more or less the slave trade in that area, era. But there was a lot of things in that. Dakota said Andy Grammer, but I read Amos and Andy when I read it at first.
Okay.
So, but I'm just saying, if you're going to listen to musicals, it's kind of a thing towards to Dakota, or maybe somebody else that's out there. Go back and look at those old musicals. Go back and see the joy and the happiness that was in the majority of those old style musicals.
Watch Singing in the Rain. I love that
Singing in the Rain. What? Did I just scare you?
No.
It wasn't that far out of tune.
No. But anyways, so that's the whole thing about this. It's the logical song is sometimes you don't have to be so logical. Laugh a little bit. Life is too serious to take it too seriously, and that's why I think we need to learn to embrace that toddler mindset in us, so that we can sing while we're working, so we can laugh when we trip, because we take life so seriously now that we don't even know how to laugh at ourselves. And one of my big goals in life is to bring back the Carol Burnett show. I want to bring that back. I want to host it, because in the Carol Burnett show, everyone was fair game. I don't care, black, white, yellow, green, purple, male, female, whatever you were, they were going to pick on you, and they were going to pick on each other too. And that's what I think we lack, because so many people now get offended by anything that happens generally in their direction, or even worse, in the direction of someone else that they think they're being vigilant for, when actually it's just a joke. If you watch comedians, most comedians nowadays are like, okay, I'm going to say this and I'm going to get attacked, because comedians make fun of us as humans. It's not to be mean, it's because we need to look at each other and realize life's too serious to take it too seriously.
Oh, that was deep. Life is too serious to take it seriously.
Yeah, you're going to be miserable. One of my favorite comedians is Dave Chappelle because he is straightforward, raunchy, hilarious. But Robin Williams was the same way. Carlin, he was the same way.
Oh, Carlin was amazing.
Straight talk. Oh my gosh, it's harsh, but yeah, it's actually pretty funny. And that's what I enjoy in a comedian is to put it in front of us so we can laugh at ourselves. Joe Coy makes an entire business of making fun of the Filipino mom because they're funny. When you're in the moment, it's scary when they're throwing a shoe at you, but it's really funny when you're looking at it from the outside doing, that's funny. So comedians make fun of real life. We need to learn to laugh at ourselves. Watch a couple of comedy shows, find some. Because was that Fluffy? Oh my gosh, he's hilarious. And he's always making fun of everything he sees, drive through, and he likes to make the high-pitched girl voice and freak people out.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. Anyways, laugh more. Right now, we all need to laugh more. So go watch videos of comedians. Go find your favorite one. I liked Steve. Oh my gosh.
Harvey?
No. He was deadpan. He would say, the other day I was walking. Well, that wasn't me. And he would just stop. Oh, his name is Steve. Anyways, if I find it, if I remember his name. But he was in Little Brown Bag. Oh my gosh. My brain's gone somewhere else. Never mind. Go find a comedian you like. And if I think of that comedian, Steve, that I think is hilarious, I'll put it in.
So this week's homework assignment is musicals and comedians.
Yeah. Go find some innocence in life by watching a musical or two, and don't go too serious. Don't watch Hamilton. I know it's a good one, but watch something light-hearted, no politics involved, just happy people
Diamonds
dancing
are
around.
a girl's best
and then
friend.
Also go find a couple of comedians that just make you laugh and forget that the world is chaotic around you. Okay? What?
Homework assignments.
I gave homework to our people. Yes, I did.
So now can we tie all that back into the logical song?
Yes.
So we can finish up.
When we were kids, we used to think the world was magical. And then we got older and realized that the world is pretty serious. And we got so logical that we forgot that the world is magical. Homework assignment is to go find the magic.
Go get raised by tigers.
That was a panther and a bear. Are you thinking of that one? Bare necessities.
No, actually, I was thinking Tarzan, but he was raised by the apes, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was raised by apes.
There was another one. He was raised by the tigers.
That's what I said. Jungle Book.
I don't like Jungle Book.
He was raised by a panther and a Baloo, the bear.
I know, but I don't like Jungle Book. I don't think about Jungle Book.
Okay. Anyways,
I don't know what it was. I think it was the creepiness. To me, it was the artwork. I don't know, but I never liked Jungle Book.
Okay.
I just one of those things. I was more like into 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. 200,000.
It's not a musical. We said musicals and comedians. Okay.
When I think Jungle Book, I think of a book. I don't think of the show. I don't think of the musical. I think of the book itself. And when I was a kid, I read a lot of books. And I read stuff like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Black Beauty and.
Okay, you're on a tangent. We're talking about musicals right now.
I know. Okay. Some of them have been turned into musicals like Jungle Book.
Anyways, let's reel this in. Homework assignment, go find some joy in life. Laugh a little, sing a little, pick a little, talk a little.
Take a little, talk a little. Cheap.
So anyways, okay.
Go watch The Music Man.
Go what? Or Hello, Dolly. Whatever. Anyways, go have fun this weekend. Have a great weekend. It's a long weekend for most of us. Monday's a holiday.
Is it?
Yes.
What is Monday?
It's Columbus Day / Indigenous Peoples Day.
Oh. Didn't have any idea. Of course, you're still in the federal world, so they have those holiday things. I don't even think about holidays except for Christmas and Halloween coming up soon. Oh yeah, I guess I could mention Not So's coming up. Not So Minicon,
When?
November 16th,
Ah,
right here in Colorado Springs.
almost exactly a month away from my birthday, which is October 17th.
You want to admit to being older?
I love being older. It's a gift to get older.
Yeah, but we want to go backwards. Okay, so one last question.
What?
If you could pick an age to go back to, which would it be?
55.
That wasn't that long ago.
I love my age. I would.
You wouldn't go back to like 16 or 18 or
Heck no.
20?
16 was hell for me. 20 was hell for me. 24 was pretty good. I got married. But no, I would never go back in time. One, I'd be very dangerous with I'd keep my mind.
Hmm?
Oh, I'd be super duper dangerous if I went back in time.
We all would.
But
with what we know, yes.
I honestly think my 50s have been my best years, and I would honestly I honestly want to stay at 56 my next year. I want to be my next year. I don't want to go back. I am more healthy now than I have been in my entire, yes, with my heart monitor. I still see myself as healthier now than I've ever been in my life. And I see life in a whole different way where I'm not scared or I'm not angry at things. I was a very fearful, angry person growing up, even with my smile. Now I'm just more settled and calm, and I like the movement upward in my mentality and how I get back to the world. No, I would not go back. How about you?
Well, if I was 17 again, that was a great time in my life to a certain degree till I got kicked out of the house and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I would probably go back to my early 20s, mid 20s, because that's when I got married and had kids and life was fun. Well, wait a minute. Let's get rid of the kid part. So we'll go back about 22, 21, 22 time frame.
Actually, honestly, one of my best years that if I had to pick, it would be, I'd be 29 because I had both of my kids and they were tiny, little, and we would play with bubbles and finger paint and cook and make cookies. Oh, I loved my babies. I love that time.
Yeah,
I could have stayed there. I could have stayed there forever.
Such a girl thing.
I'm a girl.
Anyway.
Well, can we say goodbye now?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
I don't think they want us to say goodbye. I can see where they say, don't tell us goodbye.
TTFN, ta-ta for now. We'll see you next week, Friday. We'll probably come on live from the airport, the Houston airport, because we'll be leaving Houston next week, Friday. So we'll see you next week, Friday, about the same time.
So if you're going to be in Houston.
Yeah, if you're in Houston, text us. We'll meet up for coffee or something.
We'll do something.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, right? Thursday.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Wednesday's busy because we come in and then I'm speaking that night. But we're free Thursday, which is my birthday, so maybe not. So anyways, we'll talk to you later. Be well. Be the best version of you. And remember, watch some movies that make you musicals that make you laugh. And go watch some comedians that make you laugh.
And be logical.
And sing. Bye.
Peace.
Oh, peace.
Oh, yeah. We're Denim and Pearls. Don't forget to like and share.
Oh, yes. And I'm Dr. Michelle Moras, and you're?
Brian. Who? Just Brian.
You're just Brian?
I'm just Brian.
We're Denim and Pearls. We're business casual with pearls of wisdom.
From the porch.
Talk to you soon.
Peace.
Bye-bye.